John, with the pages of many years from now, McCartney reflects on how the song captures life's setbacks. He characterises it as my representation of unexpected misfortunes, which were becoming apparent in my life back then. Seeking symbolism for this, he conjured up the fictional figure Maxwell, armed with a silver hammer. The choice of silver, he admits, was purely for its resonance. Maxwell's silver hammer simply sounded more appealing now. John, there are some quotes in here that you might have to bring up from the three other Beatles, which we know the fruity one is probably the best one from, obviously, from George. Now, we did get glimpses of this, obviously, in the Get Back documentary from Peter Jackson from a couple of years ago, where they were kind of knocking it around, but it wasn't getting much time with the other three Beatles, as if I had put that to the side.
It was a fucking terrible song, Stephen. It just was.
John, it's not one of my favourite songs, but it's not a rotten song.
For me, it is. It's up there with Wild Honey Pie.
Wild Honey Pie, I still don't like Wild Honey Pie or Run for Your Life.
Run for Your Life. There's another one.
Can't remember.
See the fact that I can say there's another one out of 10 years of fucking discography.
Exactly. You're talking 200 odd songs.
And I can say there's another one.
Yeah.
There's like 4 songs in their whole catalogue. And look, Run for Your Life's not a bad song. It's just weird as fuck.
Yeah.
You better run for your life if you can, little girl. Hide your head in the sand, little girl. Catch you with another man, and that's the end. What, John?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you saying?
You're a bit possessive. No possessions.
That's weird as fuck.
John, is it a song that you would bypass if you're listening to Abbey Road? I've got to be honest, I don't really mind. That's what I mean. It doesn't offend me.
I've listened to it.
It doesn't offend me. It's one of these songs that
I'll
be over in a couple of minutes. Just
I do
leave
tend
it.
to bypass it though, Stephen. I think
that's what I was getting at.
Come together, something, and then I just move on to like the melody, or like the medley, not the melody.
Do you think where it's placed in the album is wrong as well, coming off the
It's
back
politics,
of 2 of those songs?
Yeah, it's politics. It's John, it's Paul, and then it's George. Or George has to be Paul next.
Yeah.
That's his flagship song.
Because I was listening to Revolver today, and I was thinking, you open with Taxman, Harrison's Taxman, then you get Eleanor Rigby, and then you get into I'm Only Sleeping. And it's that same kind of formula. Yeah. They all get their sort of showpiece at the start. But they are all good, that's the thing. In terms of equal measures, I can't really separate those 3 tracks. And this one,
I'm Only Sleeping is actually one of my favourite John Lennon Beatles songs.
It's fantastic, John.
Just
the video
everything
they
about
released
it.
last year in Oz.
Reverse guitar.
They released an awe. They released as well.
Video's great.
Yeah,
the singing's great. The vibe from it's great because it's basically me singing about. That's my life.
John, can we bring up the quotes? Can we
they're there. Yeah,
because I can't remember what they said.
Even
apart
the
from
tuning in I'm Only Sleeping, incidentally, the guitar tuning, I fucking love it. It's like a flat. It's like half tune. What is it? A drop.
Yeah, the sound.
You drop it at a half step.
The sound
glorious.
Represents the album for me. Just that sound that
I play it often.
The quotes from the other 3 Beatles. Maybe
is this it?
No, I think they're actually highlighted, John.
Down.
There we go. There's Paul's fun. I don't know why it was silver.
Right there.
It just sounded better than Maxwell's hammer. It was Paul. The next one was John Lennon. I hate it. There's actually a 1980. He said, I hate it. He said, he made us do it 100 million times. He did everything to make it into a single, and it never was, and it never could have been. We spent more money on that song than any of them in the whole album. Star was equally blunt.
The worst session ever was Maxwell Silver Hammer. The worst track we ever had to record. It went on for fucking weeks. I thought it was mad.
And then we've got George's.
Sometimes Paul would make us do these really fruity songs. Yeah. And that is why George walked out. Because he was trying to critique George and his guitar playing, when he should come in with a guitar, when he shouldn't. And then he was playing these fucking songs. Yeah. Bear in mind, they were telling George at this point that I Me Mine wasn't a fucking suitable song for Let It Be or something like that. Yeah. It's not rocky enough.
Yeah, Across the
He's
Universe.
He's fucking doing Maxwell Silver Hammer and John's doing Across the Universe. Now, I love Across the Universe, but come on, fuck, John. You can't be bringing that in and then... Same with a straight face to George. I'm in mine. Have you heard I'm in mine, John? Come on.
I like I'm in mine. John,
at that point, it wasn't what we heard.
It's funny that Lennon says that, though, because I always was under the impression that John Lennon didn't sit in those sessions for Maxwell Silver Hammer because he was recovering from a car crash in Scotland with Yoko Ono.
I think they were doing it in Get Back with the Let It Be sessions. They were doing
Maybe that's what he was referring to. But it does mention there, obviously 6 months before the band actually recorded the song at Studio 2 in the EMI, John and Yoko had been involved in a car crash in Scotland, and this was Lennon's first session since the accident. So he's came back off the accident. His first session that morning, as the studio technicians prepared the studio, there was an unexpected delivery, and obviously that's what it was. Ding Ding. Who played the anvil in that song?
Was it Big Mal?
It was Mal.
Big Mal Evans. Yeah, he loved that shit, didn't he? Yeah. Did he not do? Well, he
was right into it. Yeah,
he was. He was well into it. He was a great guy, Big Mal.
Yeah. I've heard there's actually I don't know
Big
if it's
Big Brother.
I don't know if it's a
Big Boy. I'd say that all the time.
Big bands.
I've watched that many Indian shows now that I'm out walking my dog. I'm like, come on, bye. And I mean to say boy, but bye, it just comes out. Come on, bye. But it works. Come on, brother. Let's go.
Turned out, Lennon never played on the recording of this. But yeah, I think you're right. I think you're referring to the Get Back sessions, John.
Where they went on
and
on.
Pushing
and
it.
on.
He was definitely. It was. This is getting in here. No, it's not.
To be fair, Stephen. To be fair to Macca, he did like some of John's fruity numbers as well. He came out and says one of his favourite, if not his favourite Beatles songs was "You Know My Name, Look Up a Number."
Yeah.
And come on, I love that song. I do. It's one of my favourites. To be
fantastic,
fair, Brian Jones playing the saxophone.
It's so
weird,
yeah.
But that's a fucking fruity song.
Yeah.
So to be fair to Paul, he would tolerate the others, but they had zero tolerance for his. And it's probably because he was refining it again and again and again.
Yeah,
Stephen, I'm that kind of guy.
I think it was a perfectionist and Paul, and what to get it the way he envisioned it in his head, and I think it's sometimes hard, whether it's like music, John, or if it's like painting, or if it's maybe making a film, to try to translate that vision to others. If you've got something in your head and try to, communicate that to others, within a band, and they're not getting it, and then you become a bit frustrated because of that, and you're doing take after take after take. It's going to wind the other ones up. It's going to create friction, isn't it?
But that's what I loved about the Get Back documentary. You've seen the process of being an artist, and Stephen, this is something people in other bands came out and also referenced when they watched it. That it perfectly captured that sort of jamming spirit where you're just trying to bounce ideas off of each other and come up with something and almost create something out of nothing.
Yeah.
So I can always, they also didn't like the song. I know for a fact George, was it George? I think it was George, made the comment about he couldn't understand Macca's songwriting process, where he would make up these characters and sing about fictitious people, whereas John would sing about, in my life, he's singing about fucking Maxwell Silver Hammer. He's singing about, I don't know, fucking Eleanor Rigby.
I think that goes down to emotions, though. I think Macca, and he's admitted himself, he always found it hard to open up emotionally in the public. And sometimes I think that transcends into his writing, where he has to create a character. The song mentioned it, John, in terms of "I'm Looking Through You." It's directed at Jane Asher.
Yeah.
You can tell it is, but
I love the vindictiveness in that song.
Yeah, he will create a character to get round that. And I understand where Harrison's coming from. How does he do that? Why does he do it? Because I think at that point, George was probably more attuned to the writings of John Lennon and probably Bob Dylan at that point as well. But more so, obviously, with John and the sort
John was at it as well.
Personal. Yeah, well...
Sexy Sadie.
Yeah, that was in the Maharishi, yeah. Yeah, I think that was because George asked them to change the name, though. I think
I love that from the anthology.
Yeah, I think he
asked when George was.
Yeah, whether that's true or not, it's fucking hilarious. I don't know if it's true. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't think
George was having doubts.
But I don't think George ever. I don't think he never spoke ill of the Maharishi afterwards. So it kind of suggests to me that maybe it's one of John's sort of
made up
in his
stories
head.
again.
It was real,
Like the he believes smoking pot before meeting the Queen.
Yeah, playing the bass with jamming with Elvis.
Yeah.
I played football with Elvis. Yeah.
Absolute fantasist, John, at times. I love the guy. He's my absolute fucking hero, but he was a complete fantasist. Yeah, he made things up. He did. It was just
like Mac now.
Yeah, Mac is just rewriting the entire history of the Beatles now. He wrote every fucking song.
Yeah.
Before he dies, it'll not be Lennon McCartney, it'll just be McCartney.
Yeah. The thing is, the way sometimes goes on, it is like, my songs I wrote and John's songs I wrote him write.
Yeah, but the trouble is, Macca, that there's like fucking 4 decades worth of Beatles fandom who know what happened.
And there's a lot of documented facts, the Revolution in the Head book, etc. It tells you exactly who played on what.
And they're not going to tolerate rewriting
the last couple of years, he's claimed In My Life, A Day in the Life, Strawberry Fields, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds,
holy,
that's a strange one. Fuck.
It's a strange one, but
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
I mean, I don't know if it's coming
The
directly
guy never
from him.
touched acid until at the last possible moment, and then checked out after one hit. And he's claiming Lucy and this guy with diamonds. Really?
Yeah.
I know they says it was about Julian's drawing, was it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah. So there we are.
Bollocks. But Stephen, getting back to Maxwell Silverhammer, it'd be fair to, I've said time and again, the greatest melodist, pop melodist to ever walk the earth is Paul McCartney, James Paul McCartney. And even in this, you've got little elements of the melody coming
That's
out.
part of physical.
Dun, 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 and then the fucking melody's brilliant. That is, it catches in your ear. You don't want it catching because you fucking hate this song. Jones was crazy, started bad, physical. That's me now.
Yeah.
I'll bend my head to like 6 a.m. now. I'll not sleep tonight. All I'll hear is, dude.
It's funny, I think they put a take on the anthology discs. I don't know how they picked one out because there must have been a lot.
Fucking 200.
Yeah. So, John, it's a song. I used to think when I first heard it, I went, "What is this? This is fucking worse than the Frogs chorus." And I thought, whatever. Yeah, it's not on long enough. It's just over 2 minutes, and something. It'll pass. There's more good stuff coming up anyway, and there was some good stuff just before
There
it.
was another Beatles song.
Obladi Oblada.
I fucking love Obladi Oblada.
But it's kind of fruity as well.
That was the
wasn't it?
same, wasn't it? Lennon came out the control room.
Yeah.
It says, "I'm fucking stoned.
This is how you do it.
This is how you do it."
Dun,
Down,
dun,
down,
dun,
down,
dun,
down,
dun.
down, down, down. And he's like, "Yes, I'll use that. Thank you very much, John."
Yeah.
But of course, that'll be changed now. It was Macca who was stoned, and he came out and shouted, "I'm fucking stoned. This is how you do it." And everyone just looked on dewy-eyed at Macca's fucking
Needless
artistic
to
brilliance.
say, I had the last laugh. Yeah.
I can't remember, Stephen. There's that many great Beatles songs. It's really hard to focus my energy on the less than stellar
Rocky
ones.
Raccoon, maybe?
No, I love Rocky
Yeah.
Raccoon. I'm fucking obsessed
Is it one
with
you don't like?
One I don't like.
Alright, okay.
Wild Honey Pie. Fucking
I just
detest.
don't get that. Revolution 9, I don't like.
I've listened to that through on my own in the dark.
It's
That's
not
an
good.
experience.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's an experience.
Is it
I
a
doubt
Macca one?
No, you know what? I'm going to go with it's only an Oven song. No, I like only an Oven song. What the fuck is it?
Is it a Macca one?
No, I think
No.
I think it may be Harrison.
All right, okay.
Magical Mystery Tour era.
Blue Jay Way.
Blue Jay Way.
Is it Blue Jay Way?
Blue Jay Way.
Yeah. All right, okay.
Having Blue Jay Way. Wild Honey Pie. Is
Yeah.
there any Lennon songs, or am I just going to be a little sycophantic bastard for John? Is
Run for Your Life.
yeah. There you go.
Like it.
There's another one on A Hard Day's Night that's fucking terrible as well.
Hard Nights.
A Hard Night's Day.
Hard Nights.
Hard Night's
Yeah.
Day.
A Hard Nights.
There's
Day.
another one, an unknown one. Because we used to do the
Yes,
guessing
yeah.
game, didn't we?
A hard Day's Night.
Hard Day's Night, I'll find it.
I don't know, John. I remember there was a couple. I think there was a couple you didn't like, and then they grew on you. Certainly one for Help
I
from
think
George.
I'll Be Back or When I Get Home. No, I don't think it's I'll Be Back. When I Get Home.
Could be. I'm not sure.
It's one of them anyway. Yeah, there was I Need You
I Need You
from Harrison.
Yeah.
I hated it initially, and then when I grew to love George's sort of journey with the volume
That
pedal.
always reminds me that time you left a voice message on my.
You remember that?
Messenger.
Here, there, everywhere.
No, it was you went like this.
Oh
You
yeah,
went, man. What's this song and what album was it from? It was George Harrison.
it was the
I
only
think-
album I didn't fucking
Yeah.
have for George's
Yeah.
in my library, and it was on that.
Yeah.
It was a Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth.
You whistled it,
Yeah.
and I was like, I knew it right away. Yep.
Brilliant song. What was I going to say? Yeah, Here, There, Everywhere as well. That haunted me.
Yeah.
The ending. A month trying to find that song, and I got it. So yeah, that's what the Beatles do.
It does
to you.
that to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, that never happened though.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking encyclopedia of knowledge for the Beatles. I'll have you know, I was on a quiz app. I was like fucking number one in Britain for completing the lyrics of Beatles songs.
I was on that. Do you remember the Xbox Live
Yeah.
game? I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
200 to 1 or something.
Yeah, that was
was it?
brilliant back in the day, wasn't
And I managed to get onto the Beatles sort of final
it? I remember
live
that.
show.
Yeah, you used to actually time it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did, yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a little guy going hammer and tong with his...
Yeah,
think
it's how you use that. You just are answering these before the questions.
It's because we know them, dickhead.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, but I'm a fucking...
I think Rock Band had just come out. I think that's the reason they did that, wasn't
Loved
it?
the Rock Band as well, Stephen, back in the
999,
day. That was epic. I remember that will look terrible now.
I was not good at that.
I was actually surprisingly decent at the drums, and I'm usually shite at the fucking drums.
To be fair, Macca can't do Rockstar.
Can he not?
Rock Band, sorry. He can't do it. He says that his grandkid beat him at it. And he says, but I played on the real one.
Exactly.
So that trumps all.
Of course it does. You're imitating me, you little fud. Back in their fucking box. Back in box.
Back of the net.
Back of the net, you little fud.
Back on the road.
Back on road again. From Bolton.